there's somebody behind that virus, that infection. And I looked beyond that and I fell in love with that person. Being healthy to me means to be in touch with your body, to know yourself, and to know everything about who you are, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Hi, my name is Erick Velasco. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I am the host of the Homo Homie Podcast. So me being Latino, we live in a, how do they say, toxic masculinity culture. And we really don't hardly ever talk about sexual intercourse, or everything's very hush, hush, hush. And me growing up being somebody different, knowing that I had different feelings towards men, was always kind of awkward, because in my family, they always taught about procreating, creating a big family, having a whole bunch of girlfriends. All my brothers had girlfriends. How come I didn't have a girlfriend? I always tried to figure myself out. And when I got to high school, my friends and my peers are the ones that really encouraged me and helped me to motivate myself. And by the time I graduated, I finally came out to my parents. And I was very surprised because they were very accepting. But they loved and cared for me and nurtured me, and we had a great relationship. When I first found out about my HIV status, I had been dating somebody previously for about a year and a half. I knew that he was HIV positive. He told me about his status, and I took that chance to look beyond that, because there was a person there. He wasn't like what they say, diseased or tainted. There's somebody behind that virus, that infection. And I looked beyond that and I fell in love with that person. I got tested every 3 months, as you should. And up until that point, when my test results were negative 3 months prior and they finally became positive, that's when I knew, okay, there's that time period that something had happened. That situation happened when we had rough sex and the condom broke. We used protection all the time, ever since I found out about his status. But not always is it gonna be like somebody who's always sleeping around, or not always is it gonna be even somebody having sex. You can get HIV by injection, sharing needles, other bodily fluids. But I protected myself, and even though I protected myself, I still got it. So that was about 15 years ago that I found out about my HIV status. Since then, medication has advanced. Now I take a medication that makes me undetectable and untransmittable. So being undetected HIV positive is a great way to stay, because you cannot transmit the virus to anybody else. Unfortunately, there are still stigmas surrounding the fact that you can get HIV by kissing, by sharing a drink, by touching. Even if you tell somebody that, I have a friend that's HIV positive, I know what they're going through, then, they also look at that person like, whoa, you know somebody that's positive? Okay, then you're probably just like them. You're very promiscuous. That's not the case. I mean, everybody has their own unique stories and how they got it. And I want people to know to go and educate themselves, because the more educated you are, the more power you have in understanding somebody living with HIV. So a typical day for me is, getting up, making sure that I take my medications first. It's what I have to take for the HIV. I also add in vitamins. Since I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger. I just turned 38 years old. And I go about my day like any normal person. I'm raising my niece. I've had my niece for the past 10 years, since she was 5 years old. She just turned 15, so that was a great feat, because I'm basically her dad. I have her till she's 18. I'm her legal guardian. And then I take her to school, and then after school, I have her involved in cheer. So she does competition cheer and high school cheer. And I also work as well as a server, as a waiter. I just celebrated my 19-year anniversary. I have my podcast, the Homo Homie Podcast, which is on and thriving. We're coming up to season 3. And I'm still living my life on the weekends, partying up with my friends, doing what I gotta do, and just, living a happy, healthy life. I just try to go about my life, living it as normal as possible, because it is normal. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be living. I'm blessed to have air in my lungs, and to be able to have strength to overcome so much adversity that has been going on in my life. The one aspect that I am proud about myself is my resilience. The fact that I am able to overcome so much and to deal with a lot and still do the things that I do on a daily basis with a smile on my face is something that I cherish the most about myself, and that I like because, people gravitate towards my energy, towards that positivity, as positive as I am. If you're someone who's newly diagnosed with HIV, it'll be okay. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Try not to overthink, and try not to let it get the best of you. Because if you do, then it's gonna be a rough battle. And sure enough, learn from me that you're gonna live a long, healthy, productive, normal life. And there's medications out there for you to take care of yourself and be undetected and not spread it. So, you're still loved. There's 2 actually. One is from my best friend of 18 years. And when I met him, he was always telling me, you better be good or be good at it, but be safe. And so that was something that always stuck in my head, and I use that mantra on a daily. And then the other one is an old song by War. It's called Don't Let No One Get You Down. And that is my song. That's me, because anybody who gets you down, I'll be around. I'm that friend. I'm the one that lifts you up. Even though I'm sad sometimes myself, I don't show it, and I'm always there making sure that you are 100% okay, all right, and just able to be happy and not think negative, horrible thoughts.